Mexico and Arizona, and there was a man who was served in the army and served from Alaska, and or he was in Alaska when he was served in the army, and so he took us back in to see the women carrying their things for their Thanksgiving, and we got some pictures of some of the members of the tribe there.
And you had Alaska plates, and that's how he
had Alaska plates on his car.
Oh,
and we had Alaska plates, so he was interested in us because we had all been from Alaska.
Yeah. What part of Alaska was it at that time? Anchorage?
Anchorage, yes.
Yeah.
Anchorage, and we crossed the river up on the other side, away from Anchorage. There's Turnagain Boulevard East and Turnagain Boulevard West. And we had some land there, and also we built a house there eventually. It's a Catholic something or other. What do you call a place where people go to worship that belong to a different
monastery? Catholic
God, monastery. Yeah,
Catholic monastery.
Mm-hmm.
This was in Arizona or New Mexico?
It would have been in that area, yeah. Exactly where I don't know. Okay, the Indians used to drive some of their animals, the bison, down to a cliff where they would fall, and it would kill them, and then they would butcher them and save the meat.
Was this also?
To get their meat for
Was this also down in New Mexico and Arizona?
In that area, yeah.
Do you remember which tribe that was? Were those Mesa?
I remember once that we went and camped in a little trailer that we had, or the truck. I don't remember which it was. Dean had fixed a truck, so there were places to sleep. So may have been just with the truck in Baja California.
Baja California.
And the way they got their meat, they drove one of these animals over the cliff and then killed it, and then they butchered it, and so we got a chance to. And we had Alaska's plates, and that's where we got the interest. Got to get into some of these places. I think this was when we were going from New England states down through New Mexico and Arizona, and we had Alaska plates on our car, and this one man in the village had Alaska plates. He'd served there during the war, so we got to watch a lot of this action of their celebration of sort of a New Year or something like that. I don't remember all the details.
And they were driving the bison over the cliffs then too?
Yeah, I think, well, it looks like that was what it was, see?
And you said you did this after your kids were in college?
Well, they were either...
or out of college?
Yeah, they were away from home, but
yeah.
I don't remember all the details.
So you're probably in your late 40s, maybe then? Or
probably close
50?
To my 50s, yeah.
Yeah. So, you didn't watch a lot of TV, did you?
Hmm?
You guys didn't spend a lot of time watching TV sitting at home, did you?
No, we didn't. Well, TV wasn't such a universal takeover thing, you know.
Right.
Yes, this was I guess you would call her what do they call somebody that has sheep? A sheep herder. She was a sheep herder.
Shepherd.
And she had to keep the sheep grouped so that they could be sure and protect all of them in the night when the tigers might come out and go after the sheep.
Wow.
Yeah.
This looks like the same scene from one of the earlier paintings. Is she the same woman that was in the background?
Yeah, it could.
Probably,
yes,
yeah.
that would go down below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had actually never noticed in that other painting the woman in the background until we just looked at it. That's pretty cool.
She was down. Yeah.
This was one of the paintings that was featured in that Red Rock Mesa virtual gallery that I showed you earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, because they all had this similar Native American
theme. And they used
theme.
to. And those people lived up in those cliffs, you know.
Oh, they lived in those cliffs behind there.
And then took them down to where there was grass in the valley, you know, to to feed. I think that was part of the. You know, all of this is so long ago. I just don't remember the details.
Yeah.
But I remember bringing it back to my mind.
Yeah.
I think this is something about the impression the birds made on me with all of their. When they were flying and they would see something in the water and dive down and get a fish or whatever their food substance was, mostly little fish.
I love to see geese or ducks down on the Chattahoochee River in Georgia.
Flying and
and they come in and then they slide across,
yeah.
and then they dive their neck down to grab something.
And you see them all fly, groups of them flying in formation.
In a V, sort of, yeah. Canadian geese, usually.
Yes, the boyfriend of a friend of mine wanted a picture of a buffalo. So this I did under her supervision, and I think she got what the boyfriend wanted, was this horrible big animal. And they were shredding some of their. It was towards summer, so they were shredding some of their heavy coat.
Yeah, this was in
California.
California.
Yeah. So you can see where they've lost some of that heavy coat on the rear end. They get against something to scrape it off. And
was that somebody you were traveling with together with your husband, or was that just a friend?
No, I think it was just my husband and I that were.
Yeah.
But we went down through that area and went on to the Indian reservation, and that's where this fellow saw our Alaska plates, and that's what we got some. Well, no, this I don't remember too much. Only that the horses impressed me because my daughter is so crazy about horses. Made a nice. Nice silhouette.
Okay. All right, bye.
Did your little phone ring?
Yeah, that's Gene. He's coming.
What?
Gene is coming now, so
to get me?
Yeah.
We'll go. I better go to the bathroom and do things I have to do. Oh, I can take that and put it away.
Let me stop this.
Huh?